Hi viewers, welcome to Basheer Maths World channel. In this video, I am going to explain about the topic quadratic form. So, what is the quadratic form and how to write the quadratic form and how to write the symmetric matrix. Okay, let's go to the topic. So, look here. What is the quadratic form definition? Already we know qua means degree. Equation of the any equation has the degree 2. So an homogeneous expression of second degree in any number of variables is called a quadratic form. So second degree equation is always called quadratic form. So you know second degree means power. This is plus x square plus y square plus z square. This is a degree. Power is 2. Then it is called a quadratic form. Understood? So symbolically you can write quadratic form. The expression of the quadratic form, see there is one q is equal to x power t into a into x. This is called quadratic form. Generally you can write q is equal to x power t into a into x is called a quadratic form. Okay. Here x power t means what? X1, x2, x3 horizontally we can write elements. A is the real symmetric matrix and a capital X is equal to vertically column matrix x1, x2, x3 and so on xn. So some example will take 3x square plus 5xy minus 2y square is there. This is quadratic form or not? See powers 2, 2. Here x is 1, y also 1. That's why total how many powers? 2. So that's why it is a quadratic form in two variables x and y. Next another one, see there, this one 2x square plus 3y square minus 4z square plus 2xy minus 3yz plus 5zx is a quadratic form. How many variables? 3 variables x, y, z. Power see there, all 2, 2, 2 is there. Another example, x1 square minus 2x2 square plus 4x3 square minus x1 x2 plus x2 x3 plus 2x1 x4 minus x3 x4 is a quadratic form. Why? It also has the quadratic form means degree 2. And how many variables? x1, x2, x3, x4. Number of variables, 4 variables are there. Now let's go to the one small problems. How to write the from quadratic form to symmetric matrix. First question, find the symmetric matrix corresponding to the quadratic form. What is quadratic form given? x1 square plus 6x1 x2 plus 5x2 square. So this is the equation of the quadratic form. Now from this quadratic form we have to convert into symmetric matrix. So symmetric matrix as क्या करता था? So x1 x2 like that, right? Here also x1 x2 multiply x1 into x1 x1 square x1 x2 ని మల్టిప్లై చేసి హాఫ్ చేయాలమ్మా x1 x2 by 2 like that x2 into x1 x1 x2 by 2 x2 into x2 x2 square. Okay, this is the shortcut process for find out the symmetric matrix. Okay, జాగ్రత్త చూడండి. So what is the matrix? x1 square means diagonal always square terms ఉంటాయి చూడమ్మా. Diagonals always square terms, remaining half of terms ఉంటాయి. Okay, so a matrix will write x1 coefficient what? 1. So 1 no. x1 x2 by 3 x1 x2 ని హాఫ్ చేయండి, ఇక్కడ 6 ఉంది కాబట్టి 3. నెక్స్ట్ అగైన్ x1 x2 by 2 6 ని హాఫ్ చేయండి 3 x2 స్క్వేర్ హౌ మచ్ 5. డయాగ్నల్ ఫస్ట్ డయాగ్నల్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ రాసినామంటే ఈజీగా అయిపోతుంది. డయాగ్నల్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ వాట్? ఫస్ట్ 1 5, రిమైనింగ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ హాఫ్ 6 హాఫ్ హౌ మచ్ 3 6 half how much 3. Okay, this is a symmetric matrix, simple shortcut. Okay, next go to the another problem. We will go to, if you multiply quadratic form will get correct or not? Quadratic formula what? Q x power t a into x. So this is formula we can write. X power t means horizontal row matrix. x1 x2 1 3 3 5. X means column matrix x1 x2. If you multiply these three, you will get quadratic form x1 square plus 6x1 x2 plus 5x2 square. See that. So our symmetric matrix is correct. Like that, second problem will go. Find the symmetric matrix corresponding to the quadratic form x square plus 2y square plus 3y square plus 4xy plus 5yz plus 6zx. This is a quadratic form because of degree 2. I told already xyz. Diagonals lo em rayalma always x square terms x square y square z square terms. Remaining what xy ni half z xy ni by 2 xz by half 2. సేమ్ చూడండి ఇది కూడా డయాగనల్ లో xy by 2 xz by 2 yz by 2 ఇది కూడా డయాగనల్ లో ఉంటుంది. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ సిమెట్రిక్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్. సీదర్ ఏ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఫస్ట్ డయాగనల్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ రాయండి x స్క్వేర్ 1 2 3. చూడండి డయాగనల్ ఫస్ట్ రాస్తే హాఫ్ చేయండి. నెక్స్ట్ xy by 2 xy హౌ మచ్ 4 4 ని హాఫ్ చేస్తే 2. ఓకే నెక్స్ట్ xz by 2 xz హౌ మచ్ 6 3 3 written. Okay, here also diagonal 3. Next what is there? yz by 2 yz value how much 5 5 by 2 5 by 2 diagonal. So that is a symmetric matrix. Is a symmetric matrix. If you multiply export the a into x, we will get quadratic form. So this is the how to write the from quadratic form to symmetric matrix. Okay, so all of you understood, I think. So if you understand, share this video to your friends and like also and subscribe to this channel because of you get new notifications in your YouTube channel. Okay, thank you so much.